It gives me some hope. Welcome back to the Team 12 Seattle Seahawks podcast. I'm your host, Team 12s, and today we're going to be talking about how the Seahawks beat the 49ers. So with this win, it definitely wasn't perfect, but it wasn't a bad win. So we won the game, of course. Takeaways, defense looked like absolute garbage first quarter and a half. It was horrendous, but then they started getting their stuff moving. Cornerbacks found a rhythm. The safeties found a rhythm. Defensive line started getting some pressure. Then with the offensive line, it was bad. The offensive line was really bad. The only reason that we ended up scoring on offense was because their defensive line, I think they got tired, because in the first quarter and a half, in the first half, their defensive line was absolutely tearing up our offensive line. Kyle Fuller, not good. Nick Bosa kind of manhandled Dwayne Brown a little bit. He was constantly getting pressure, and it's a little scary there. You need to make a trade for a center if you're going to actually try and win something this year. But other than that, it was a solid win. Good things, offensive line. Maybe they performed better at the end, but I think it was probably just their defensive line getting tired. Jamal Adams looked okay. I think we need to get Ryan Neal out there a little more. Marquise Blair, I saw him out there. I saw Diggs and Adams, along with either Neal or Marquise Blair, all out there at the same time. So I was really happy about that. And if they do embrace this 3-safety look, I'm really excited, because they're doing something new rather than throwing base out there with a bunch of linebackers. That reality, you shouldn't have 3-4 linebackers on the field. You should only have 1 or 2. Middle linebacker Bobby Wagner and Jordan Brooks or Cody Barton. But linebacker, okay. Safety, 3-safety look, I would love to see that more often. Defensive line, got good pressure towards the end of the game. Quandre Diggs, he's been playing really good. I'm really happy with him. Russell Wilson, that played as Freddie Swain with the touchdown, just acrobatically spin juking everywhere, running in the circle, and then just heaves it a dart, just a slight little arc, so it wasn't a bullet, but a bullet straight into his chest, where he just caught it, touchdown. Just nice, easy little touchdown. Freddie Swain, I think he's turning out to be a pretty solid player for us, and I'm really excited to see him in the future and how he could potentially be a really solid wide receiver 3. I think we should have used him more on a jet sweep here and there. I don't think he took any jet sweeps. If he did, I'd like to see it more often. Chris Carson looks like he's lost a year. Sad to see, on his second contract now, but he doesn't look like he has that much speed anymore. I'm really happy with us working in Alex Collins a lot more, because Alex Collins, he's not Chris Carson, where he's just gonna put his head down and run straight forward. He's more of a in between the tackles guy, where he's gonna get into those in between areas and he's gonna juke left, right, left, right, left, right, and that's what Lynch did. He's that sideways runner. Those sideways runners can be very dangerous in the NFL. It's not full on Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones juke out. It's a nice solid little just side to side hop, 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 and then they take a little burst, and then they get a couple more yards, and you end up having a 10-12 yard gain, and every once in a while you might break off a 30-yard gain. So I was really happy with seeing Alex Collins out there. He probably had his best game of his career with the Seahawks. I was really happy about that, and I'm really excited to see him in the future. DK Metcalf did solid. I thought he could have done a little better here and there. He needs to be able to catch more with his hands and not so much just body catch, because you saw him on a couple plays where he could have extended his hands out there, caught the ball, but he just kind of just caught the ball with his chest, and maybe a little more of that hand catching would be a little better. Russell Wilson, I already mentioned him, did great. Tyler Lockett did pretty good as well. I was really happy with that. The cornerback situation not completely fixed yet, but it was nice seeing Sidney Jones out there and not Trey Flowers. I'm glad it's a competition at least, but Sidney Jones didn't play amazing. I just thought he played pretty solid. Definitely you can't get worse than Trey Flowers, because Trey Flowers was garbage. Horrendous. The worst I've ever seen. It was sad. Really sad. Yeah, but other than that, I think it was a good game. I'm happy about it. It gives me some hope for the rest of the season. If we do make a trade here, trade for like Stephon Gilmore and Jason Kelsey, I think we have a pretty solid chance at really building something here and potentially maybe even getting hot in by like week 10, and then we go on a. If we do get hot, I don't hope we get hot in the middle of the season or at the beginning, kind of like the Cardinals are right now and the Rams are. I hope they kind of simmer down towards the end because I don't want to play them good when they're really good. But I would like to see the Seahawks start getting hot at like week 12 because I think that's the week that we play the Packers. And if we get hot that week and then we keep going, man, you're looking at a Super Bowl squad. If we make a trade for like Stephon Gilmore and Jason Kelsey, excitement. But other than that, if you did enjoy, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll have a link in my description for my Discord. And other than that, have a good rest of your day.